Hello everybody, and welcome to another brand new episode here on Britain's Farm. And why has my tractor stopped? I don't know. But anyway, we're off. As you can see, we're still using the same baler. Yes, turns out I was a little bit of a wally in the end of the last episode, when I thought that yet again the end of my video had gone wrong. Nope. The reason the baler would not empty, for those of you that have watched the Britain's episode where that happened, will know that I started to do some baling, was going to do a little bit of time lapsing and then was going to end the video, and my baler for some reason wouldn't empty. Turns out, people, the reason the baler wouldn't empty is because the baler wasn't full. I think what had happened was I had caught my pedal, my brake pedal, and it stopped my tractor, and I assumed that the tractor had stopped because the baler was full and wanted to empty, and it didn't matter how many times I pressed Z, Y, U, I, O. I basically went through all of the valves nearly. Yeah, no, the reason it wouldn't do what I wanted to do, it wasn't full. It was on 89% when I realised what I'd done. I felt such a wally. So luckily the baler doesn't have to go in the bin, and we can carry on using it, and yeah, so that must be what I did. I must have caught the pedal with my foot, and I stopped my tractor myself, and it was the reason, as I say, why it wouldn't empty. But never mind, because I was sort of shuffling my feet around this week, because this week on Monday I hurt my foot. I don't really know I don't really know how I did it. I just remember at some point on Monday I was walking, and I felt something in the back of my sort of foot, so like the bit coming down the back of the calf that goes into the heel, that little bit there where the sort of back of your shoe rests against, and I felt something. Well, originally I said twinge, but I was later to find out that what I'd actually done was that while I was walking, I'd snapped my tendon that runs at the sort of top of the foot down the back, into the heel, and that by Tuesday morning I was in excruciating agony, and luckily enough, because of my heart condition, I'm on sort of quite a high dosage of warfarin, because my blood clots in my heart. It's basically a result of how my heart is wired to work. So like your heart would or a normal heart would just beat normally. Mine unfortunately only has one working chamber, and so that one chamber has to do everything. So what they did back in 1985 was to take one of the chambers that didn't work out, put in a synthetic one. So the one chamber that works receives the blood. It then drops the blood into the chamber that doesn't work, or into the man-made chamber. That then swirls the blood around and around and around until there's enough pressure. My heart then stops for like one beat, fires the blood out so that it goes around my body, and then repeats obviously the whole process. Well, since I've got older, the blood going into the man-made chamber has started clotting, so I'm on warfarin. So luckily Tuesday I had a warfarin appointment, which I do every other Tuesday. I go every other week and just have it checked just to make sure that my blood's not either too thin or too thick. I mentioned it to the warfarin nurse, who said, well, at the very least you should book in and see a GP with it. And she said otherwise go to A&E, because that it was really swollen. So I had the most extraordinary piece of luck. I came out of the warfarin nurse's sort of office or room or whatever, was walking through the surgery, and my doctor was stood at the counter with the receptionist in the reception area, and he sort of said, "Are you all right?" And so I sort of briefly explained what had happened, and he goes, "Oh, I haven't got a patient. Come in." And I went in, and he examined my foot and told me that's what I'd done. So that I had to get this special sock thing and put it on and basically keep my leg up. So I've been keeping my leg up, but I've still been recording my videos and doing whatever, sort of, keeping sort of fairly as active as I can. I mean, I sit down for 90% of the day anyway, and although he did say sort of, basically lay on the settee all day and watch TV, I can't do that. TV drives me mad. I look at TV and I think, all these people pay all this money to watch repeats. There's no wonder people buy Sky, Netflix, and whatever else. So no, I can't sit and watch TV. So I decided to build myself a bit of a leg rest where my computer is, and sort of persevered with making my videos and sort of playing farming and a few other games and stuff that and other things that I do. I'm a amateur / creative writer, so I do a lot of writing, like write a lot of stories and different things. So I carried on doing that, but with my foot up. But I think what happened was I must have got pins and needles in it, and of course I shuffled it, and that's when I must have caught the brake pedal. But never mind. Anyway, I digress. Today, in this wonderful episode, we're not going to talk about my illnesses and ailments, believe it or not. We are going to be finishing off the baling, which obviously, as you can see, we're doing now. So we're going to finish off this baling. We've got 2 more fields to do after this. Won't take long, 2 small fields. And then we're going to do some farm renovations. I want to put a silo in. I want to get that grain in the silo. So that in the trailer from the last video, I think you remember, we finished the combining and I put the wheat in the truck, but I want chickens, and I've decided that I'm also going to probably go for some beef cow, and I've spoken to Richard Ertl about it, and he's quite keen on also beef cow as well. So I think it's going to be another joint adventure, and he has sort of kind of intimated that we maybe can look at putting the cows up near the sheep, which is great because then I can put my chickens down here. So there's a bit of an area that I showed you in the last video that we're going to develop, and I think once I've done the baling today, I think we will. I think that's what we'll do. But anyway, we will break off here. You can listen to some music while I finish this baling, and then when we come back we will look at doing farm renovations, and there might be a bit of time left over in the video that I can start to get these bales in. These bales are going to be sold because at this stage we don't want manure, so we're going to sell the bales. and then we are going to I've completely lost my train of thought. And then we are going to be fair, actually the video is probably going to have ended long before I get to selling the bales, but that's what the bales are going to be done. Anyway, I've completely lost where I'm at, so I'm going to flip over to some music. You can watch me go up and down a field at 103 miles an hour, and we'll meet back here and call it a draw. Is that okay with you? Right, I'll see you in a minute. Bye for now.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. So loud as the hours pass, we're gonna do it all again. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. The moonlight, summer sky, it was the best we ever had. And we'll stay young forever. We'll never have regrets. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're
Well, that's that done. Thank goodness. Right, oh, I've missed a bit there. We'll have to just nip back and get that. Oh, no, I've missed a bit there as well. Haha, turns out it wasn't done. Alright. Let's see, it's a very, well, it's an almost exact colour to the stubble. And I have clearly missed that. But anyway, we will just get these 2 bits of straw, and then we will call that it. Cannot believe I missed them. As I was going down the breed before I came back live on air, I'm like looking, thinking, yep, definitely got it. Yep, that's cool. Right, we'll go back to doing some chatting. And no, turns out I missed it. Anyway, right, we can fold the baler back up, and we will go and park up near the shed. We won't park in the shed, not yet anyway. We've still got some more baling to do, because I'll park up and then I'll explain the plan. I've got to remember this baler is offset. Otherwise you end up hitting the wall like I did last time. Right, so plans. Or future jobs, I guess, really. Got to mow this, mow that one, and mow that one just over there, just where that sort of grey-white fence is. Mow that one over there. We've then obviously got Richard's to mow as well, because he wants us to mow his when we mow ours, so that's fair dues. But right, the job that we're going to do now is we're going to try, and hopefully I won't ruin this. We're going to need to move the power harrow. You know, actually, so we'll move this, and then we can look to getting on. I was just thinking, because I'm going to move this, but would this not be a better area? I mean, this area here, it's slightly bigger, but it does feel a bit odd just to stick some sort of cows and chickens, and although I haven't said that, the cows are going up there. No, actually, this will be fine. This will be fine just here. I'm thinking way too far ahead, because my plan would be anyway to eventually. My plan is eventually to excuse me, to move everything back over there anyway, because as we've sort of discussed before, the with the new roadway that we've put in here, I mean but it was grass originally, so we've now changed it over to gravel. We're going to gravel the other end as well. This roadway here, don't quite know what I'm going to do with this yet. I might keep the roadway up to here, but then here I might block it off, because as I've explained before, my original plan was I was going to level all this out, you know, and put some hard standing down, and still use this as the entrance, but every time I go to level this off, it for some reason does weird things to that field there and that field there, and I don't really know why. So I've scrapped that off as the idea, because you know, I sort of don't want to make a mess of the surrounding area. So Now what we're going to do is we're going to we come up here, and as you know from a few episodes ago when we built the sheep area, we're going to or we put in a new roadway, not only this side because there was no roadway here at all, but we also put one in obviously down there, which then meets up where our sheds are. And then that field there is, this area here is where I think the farm is eventually going to go. So I'm going to move the farm. For now those two sheds are staying, but the chicken pen and the silo that we put down there, I'm going to have so that we can move them, and then we can put them here, on here. Because this obviously is, this one field is too big for a farm, for the farm we'll need. So we can put our animals here as well, and we can divide it up and make it hopefully look alright. And then the cows, myself and Richard were discussing that we could put the cows in up here, which is again fine because we've sort of already built the roadway and the land area down here, so that's fine. We don't, we could go this way and then punch a hole through the hedge up here. That come back again. I've cut it, I've deleted it, I've painted over it, but every time I reload the game, that comes back. I cannot get rid of that. I don't know why that has started to happen, because it's even the in-game pens now. When I put them down, that's the texture I get. It's so frustrating because that's awful. Mainly because you can't see the sheep. You just see this like white thing. Well, apart from him, he's right up to us, but you just see these white heads with this white blob bobbing up and down in the bloody grass field. Anyway, I digress. So we could punch through here, and then extend our roadway along here into the cows. We could put a roadway in here and just have it join here, which I gotta be honest is probably the way I'm gonna favour it. I'm probably not even gonna bother putting a roadway in here. I'm just going to have it so that because the cow barn or the cow paddock itself that we're going to hopefully buy, I mean, we'll cut all this grass first, we'll get the hay off it first, so it's not going to be a day job, but it's just a sort of basically a wire mesh pen, and that's, there's no sort of milking facilities or anything attached to it, so that's why we're going to go for beef cow. But we want to sort of leave enough room so that we can potentially in the future build a dairy. We're quite lucky actually that we've sort of managed to get in with Richard Earl, because not only has he got quite a bit of land out here, grassland, but up here, as I say, where we're thinking about putting the, he's got sort of land that's going to have some animals on there, so we're going to have, we don't know whether at the moment to go for just one pen of beef cow and then just keep building pens and buying half the cows each and providing sort of the same amount of hay and straw each, or silage or whatever we decide to do, because if we get that hang on, not that, this area here, we could potentially put down a silage clamp, which helps us a little bit. He says that because of his other farm, he doesn't want to extend this farm no more. He's quite happy with this the way it is, and we're going to shove some straw bales in here potentially. I mean, as I said earlier, I'm more than likely going to be selling the straw bales because at the moment we just don't have the money for manure spreaders and sort of different things like that. We've got the load all, which is good. So in the future we can expand that way and then do that. But as I say, I think probably I'm going to be selling my straw bales. He wants us at some point to come and do this field. It's a field of millet that he's, I think it's millet. Yeah, it is millet. That he wants, he'll want me to harvest. I don't know whether I'm going to do that off camera or not. I might do. Just because again it's combining and we've sort of just done all this, or I might just time lapse it. You know, sort of not really decided yet, but yeah. So this field is going to be the farm expansion field, so we're probably going to go for another year's cropping, and then potentially next year the year after we're going to be expanding. But for today what we're going to do is we are going to do some work up here. So we'll level this bit out here. We'll take it from this roadway, I think, so that it's level with the roadway, because then we can just drive in and out and there won't be no ridge. There won't be no ridge, so it does sort of kind of mean that we can just drive on and off here with no real issues. So let's get started. Always important on doing these sorts of jobs that you get your camera in exactly the right spot, because otherwise what happens is that so we're going to come from that bit there, we'll make that a bit of a roadway, I think. So if we put out there and then level down here, we don't want to go too far near the fence, because as I say, the level may be a bit different, and then there'll be a ridge, or it'll be in the air, or it'll bury it, or it'll do something really awful with it. And the same with that field. We don't need to go too far near the field, nor do we, as I say, need to go too far near the fence there. It's going to be more than big enough for what we want. So now we need to come out of here, go back into here, and now we need to buy the silo. Actually, it might have been, yeah, that was already on there. It was already correct, 5 points. Right, let's have a little look. I did find a modded silo that would just sort of suit us down to the ground, really, because I do this one. I realise it's got quite a high capacity, but again, we'll just plonk it down, probably about there will be fine. Yeah. And then we go to animals, chickens. We're not doing really nothing too special here, to be fair. And then we go back to landscaping, and we'll do some painting. We'll put a roadway in here. Actually, while we're here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, 3. While we're here, we'll do the hard standing on there. So hopefully that's now met up. Yep. And then we will do some if this doesn't look too grand by the time I've sort of finished it, then I will actually no, we'll do hard standing, and we'll shorten that down one. And then if we come around there, beautiful, as I say. And then this bit, if we go along here, a bit of hard standing, do it again, try not to wobble, there we go, and then we can have a nice bit of grass there. In theory that should grow back, that's the plan and that's the hope anyway. So that's that done. Hard standing. Alright, now we can redo all of this. It'd be nice actually if we sculpt it first and just try to smooth it out a little bit. From about there, smooth it out so that it's a little bit flatter. Because it can be quite bumpy coming down there. Again, we don't want to go too near walls or anything like that because we'll end up having the wall in the air, and we don't want that. That's not the look we're looking to achieve. Although we have trees in the air, so I guess it won't make too much difference, but even so, we still don't want to do that if we can help it. As I say, hopefully that will just flatten this out a little bit. And then we'll go that way. If it's still a bit bumpy, then we will come along and we will level it. But I'm hoping that just smoothing it out like this will just do the job perfectly well. Just round to this field really. Just round here. That's it. And then we'll go painting. And then we can just fill in the hard standing, then probably that will be enough. There we go. Doesn't need to be too special. It doesn't even matter if there is a little bit of grass, just every now and again sort of just poking through, it will look a little bit more authentic. You know, I'm sort of not one for I just don't have the eye for detail. I must admit, when I was with my missus, she was the one that had the eye for all the detail. And to be fair, she was the one that had the skills to pull it all off as well, to be fair to her, so she was very talented. We'll just do that, and then, as I say, that will then be some nice hard standing down here then, and then once we get this done, I might just end the episode here, and then next time we will come along and we will be doing some bale collecting. I will do some of it off camera, just so again you don't have a whole video of me badly collecting bales, but we'll also do some time lapse, just because, as you know, these are farming, you know, simulator videos, and that is part of farming and part of the game. So I will, but I don't expect you to sit through hours you know, or you know, sort of 2 or 3 consistent videos of me doing one job. And so I'm actually quite happy with that. Let's just look at that bit of grass there. Yeah, I'm reasonably happy with that, to be fair. That bit of grass there. Right, now we go and see how badly. Oh dear, we've lifted tree very long way off ground. We'll get rid of that. Hopefully the fence hasn't been touched. Tried to keep away. The silo is just leveled. What I'll do is, again, at some point off camera, I'll just smooth all this out. Because as I say, this map is not flat by any stretch of the imagination. Although that seems quite laggy. There for some reason. I don't know why. Is it that? Could be that. Just seems quite, I don't know, it might not be, it might just be me, but that does seem quite laggy. Let's have a look. 39. So is there something over here that's gone very laggy? I don't know. Try and figure that out for next time as well. Anyway, that's the hard standing put in. That's the silo put in. So now we can get. Oh, actually, we'll do that very, very quickly. We can do that on camera. We will just grab this tractor, put that trailer up. That is one of my pet hates. I normally have that switched off. Tabbing. I can't bear it. Because I used to think to myself, you know, when I was at work and I was drilling, I would have loved to have been able to have tabbed from my drilling tractor to the forklift to come and load the drill up, but no, I had to walk. That's just the fact of life. I had to walk. I mean, if the drill and the tractor were too far apart, then I would I'd have a push bike, but 99% of the time I'd have to walk. But yeah, we need to smooth that out as well by the looks of things. Let's just see whether this is any better. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah, that's much better. That's cool. So like I say, we'll store this in here, and this will be for our chickens. In the next episode, sometime within the next couple of episodes, we will grab ourselves some chickens and we'll do the cow pen or the cow area, and then as I say, we will have all that sussed and sorted then. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you ever so much for joining me. Thank you for your continued support and the new subscribers that I've received this week. It's very much appreciated. Don't forget, we are trying to hit 100 subscribers by the end of March, and the end of March is rapidly approaching, but we are rapidly approaching 100. So anyone that is watching my videos that hasn't subscribed, if you could please just hit that subscribe button. It's going to take you a second, and then it's all done and finished. I would be very, 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 very grateful. But as I say, for now, that's the end of this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye for now.